Every David Bowie song ranked worst to best is the video that I wanted to make. But when I was making a list of all of David Bowie's songs, I passed the 300 mark and I was still in 90s Bowie. So I thought, you know what, I'll take the coward's way out. I'll make a top 10, and then eventually, hopefully one day before the heat death of the universe, I will make every David Bowie song rank worst to best. This is like this is a placeholder. After watching back a little bit of my last video, every Radiohead song ranked worst to best, I'm trying to be more high energy. I've swapped my Twinings herbal tea for a decaf coffee. I don't know if there's a carbon monoxide leak or what, but I was so low energy in that video. So if you have watched that, apologies. And if you do watch it, please watch it on at least 1.5 speed. And hopefully David Bowie fans won't hate this video as much as the Radiohead fans hated that video. Okay, time to start. Time to get going. Time is the song in number 10. Let's do a quick pros and cons list for Time. Cons, nothing that I can think of. Pros, it's unnecessarily over the top and dramatic, like some lost Broadway song. Tick. It has some amazing Mick Ronson guitar magic. Tick. It's got a bit where he says scream, but he says it like this. Scream! Tick. And it uses the word wanking. Tick. We need more songs that use the word wanking, or wank. I'll take wank. In terms of wank use, the only other song that comes close, pun intended, is Fake Tales of San Francisco by Arctic Monkeys. But in that song, he uses it as a noun, like the band will wank, as in bad. But in Time, he uses it as a verb, wanking. And I think I prefer the verb, that's funnier. Make songs wank again. 9, changes. It was in Shrek 2, so even if this song wasn't an all-time classic, which it is, it would still be top 10 in this list. If Laughing Gnome was in Shrek 2, that would be number 10 in this list. It would have to be. The only way that Changes could be better is if the fairy godmother herself sang it in Shrek 2. And I feel like the most common Bowie reference I see in the wild is the line about these children that you spit on. I don't know why that is, because he's got the line London School of Economics right there. 8, Ziggy Stardust. It just sounds like a classic. When people talk about classic rock, this is the classic part of that. This is the classic rock song. I bet even when it came out in the 70s, people were like, oh yeah, this is a classic. They were like, oh yeah, me space opera is a bit deflated. Ooh, this Ziggy Stardust song is a classic. 70s, Model T, Ford, E. My knowledge of history is not great. Who was king then? Henry VIII or something. My only complaint with Ziggy Stardust is where it sits in the album. It sounds like a classic, I get track 2 vibes from this. This is classic track 2. So I think swap it with Soul Love on the album track list and it will flow a lot better. I know, for the narrative it needs to be later in the album, yeah. But just sound-wise, just listen to it. It's track 2, it's a track 2. Imagine going from 5 years to Ziggy Stardust to Me and Age Daydream. What that would be, in a good way. 7, Young Americans. It's got an amazing saxophone part, an amazing key change, change. And it's probably one of the more upbeat songs out there that's about life not panning out the way you wanted it to. I mean, I wish I could relate to that, but I've got a video that's 90 minutes long of me talking about Radiohead with a like percentage of about 67%. So, you know, things are going pretty well for me. 6, Modern Love. The guitar bit of the intro is cool. I'm saying it is cool and it is good, but it does sound a bit like if you can't play guitar, you go around your mate's house who can play guitar and their guitar is just out on the side, you pick it up and pretend to strum and just kind of go. It sounds a bit like that, but the best possible version of how that could sound. And that's the worst part of the song, because the rest of the song has got, for my money, one of Bowie's best vocal performances. I know. A killer saxophone solo. I don't know who played that. I know Bowie could play saxophone, So if that was him doing the solo, then, you know, fair play. And some more depressing lyrics over an upbeat groove. So it's pretty much perfection. 5, Lazarus. The perfect goodbye song on the perfect goodbye album. I love when any artist lives long enough to have an old man era, and I love old man David Bowie. He could still write a banger right up until the end. Like, he was dying and he wrote Lazarus. As far as I know, I'm not dying and I couldn't write Lazarus. I'm willing to admit that David Bowie is probably a better songwriter than me. Probably. We'll see how the rest of the year pans out. It's definitely up there on the Mount Rushmore of songs written by people who knew they were about to die. You've got Lazarus there, Show Must Go On right there, You Want It Darker there, and probably like La Bamba right here. 4, Life on Mars. Frank Sinatra had been real quiet since Life on Mars dropped. Even after listening to it and reading the lyrics hundreds of times, I have no idea what this song's about. I don't think anyone does really, but it doesn't matter. His voice sounds amazing, the melodies are amazing, the strings, piano, drums, that's all amazing. And in answer to the title, yeah, I reckon they'll find some dead microbes in about the year 2050. So the answer is no, but with an asterisk. Listen, no, but there was. 3, 5 years. A perfect start to a perfect album. It starts slow, like everyone's just accepted the fact that the world's gonna end, and that's like, oh yeah, well, we've got 5 years, who cares? And then it slowly gets louder and more chaotic as people start to lose their minds. And every time I hear it, 2 things happen. 1, I want to eat ice cream. 2, it reminds me of The End by My Chemical Romance, which is a pretty blatant rip-off of 5 years. I can't believe that Bowie hasn't got a songwriting credit on it, to be honest. But that's also a very good way to start a very good album. Black Parade Forever. It's not a phase, mom. 2, Moon Age Daydream. Alex Turner loves this song, so that means by law, I have to love this song as well. Moon Age Daydream, oh yeah. But fortunately, it's an absolute banger with an absolute scorcher of a guitar solo, like, I can't listen to this when there's a drought on because the grass will catch fire. That guitar solo at the end, it seriously sounds like it was beamed down from space. It's like, how can a human do that with their hands? All my hands are good for is holding a coffee cup, and they're not even good for that because I've spilt half of it down me, to be honest. Down it, down it. Ugh. And number 1, the best David Bowie song, Station to Station. When Morrissey sees 2 lovers intertwined passing by, he feels miserable. When David Bowie sees them, he throws darts in their eyes, which is a lot cooler and also a lot cokier. I'm not a Bowie historian, but I know there's a couple albums that he said he doesn't remember making because he was so coked up, but surely Station to Station has to be one of those albums because it is pure coke. He sounds like he was off his tits in the best possible way. It sounds like a gothic version of Bohemian Rhapsody, this song, a horror film version of it. If Bohemian Rhapsody is E.T., then Station to Station is Alien. It's like that. It's got all these different parts. The Thin White Duke is name dropped. It's 10 minutes long. It's got the slow brooding part at the start. Then it gets disco-y and rocky at the end. It's anything you could want in a David Bowie song is here. Anything you could want in any song is here. Just listen to it on repeat. You'll love it. If Station to Station is not your favourite David Bowie song, something's gone wrong for you. So thanks for watching. Those are my top 10 David Bowie songs. Stay tuned for every David Bowie song ranked worst to best coming. Let's pencil that in for January 2027. I think that's realistic, to be honest. If you liked this video, I've got my infamous Radiohead video. We've also got one on the Smiths, the Killers, Phoebe Bridgers, someone else probably. And in terms of my next videos, so 2025, 2026, still an open book, who knows. 2027, David Bowie. See you there.